Hey, 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 everybody. Let's get that up. Ba-boom, bada-boom. How are we doing? Welcome back to another stream. Great to see everyone. Please do, before you do anything else, drop a like on the stream and let's get going. My co-host, how are you doing, my friend?
Hello there. Can you hear me all right?
Loud and clear, mate. Loud and clear.
Excellent. Yeah. I thought we were going to be talking to ourselves for a minute there. There was like nobody in the chat at all. But
I know. Where is everyone? I tell you, to be fair, actually, I suppose it's Good Friday today, isn't it?
I know. I completely forgot. It's Good Friday, and also, so it's a nice long weekend for people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Particularly in the UK, because you get the Monday off as well, don't you?
Yeah. 4-day weekend.
Also, the markets are shut, so no dingling today.
I mean, Bitcoin has been quite boring the past couple of days, hasn't it? Today, unless we get some a bit of fun time from the market makers, we are going to be really scraping the barrel, I think, to put it lightly.
Right.
We'll fill it. Don't worry, guys. We'll have fun. We'll have fun. Don't you worry about that. Hello, Matty. How we doing? Steve-O, wishing you the best of the best, mate, as well. Thank you for joining. Loki, how you doing, my friend? And to everyone else that's joined, welcome. Great to see you. And yeah, let's get things cracking. I mean, we've not really moved, have we, from yesterday? Let's go back and have a look. Where was we live yesterday? So we come live here. And then we did get that drop down after we went off live, but then obviously quickly recovered, pushed all the way up, actually, over 85k. And then we've come back down, and remarkably, we are pretty much at the same point that we opened yesterday's live on, actually, like near to the dollar. So yeah, not too much in terms of action on the Bitcoin price, but we're still chugging away sideways.
Yeah, which was about the same as the day before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh dear. Well, don't know what to say really. What did you have for lunch?
I had actually tomato soup today.
Nice.
I had tomato soup and I had a cob and I put a bit of cheese on it and melted it. And yeah, I had a couple of tangerines again on the side.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my dinner.
Nice.
Tell you what, I had a great tea last night. Went to M&S last night.
All right.
And I got some lovely beef kebabs, you know, like the ones on the sticks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were delicious, and I got some nice rice. It had like onions in it and some currant. I can't remember what the currant was, but it had that in it. And I got one of the Indian dip mixes. So it had like the yogurt, mango chutney. It had a couple of chickpeas and another dip in there, all in one. Oh, it was delicious. Yes, I had a smashing tea last night. It was lovely.
Nice. Have you got an air fryer?
Yeah.
I've had one about a year now. I must admit, I love it. I really love it. With like, there's only two of us in the house, just me and my daughter, really. And for doing like small meals, it's brilliant. And on about kebabs, I've got some like metal skewers, right? And you stick bits of chicken and courgette, cherry tomatoes, pepper, mushrooms, stick all that on your skewer, bung it in the air fryer, and you've got like instant, kebab things. They're brilliant, So
yeah,
very cool. I like doing that.
Yeah, I did mine in the air fryer yesterday, and it was great. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. I've just gone on and retweeted the tweet on the CSE account because we're not getting too much action today. Thank you for those of you that have joined us. The rest seem to be either on the jolls, maybe they're on the jolly holidays, or maybe they're just off, maybe they're down the pub. Who knows what's going on? Pappy, how we doing? Great to see you. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I mean, doesn't seem to be too many people around, does there?
I know. I must admit, when I used to have a proper job in real life many years ago, I used to really look forward to like the Easter weekend as like the weekend to go away and stuff, or just just go down the pub and get wrecked with mates.
Yeah.
But normally it's the first sort of holiday you get that's like has a potential of being okay weather. Having that said, it's a bit crap today.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe everyone's off enjoying themselves, doing whatever. But we're here. We're still grinding. Great to see everyone. Pappy says the air fryer chat will get the crowds in, I'm sure. Well, that's it, mate. We're scraping the barrel, aren't we? Here?
I actually reckon it will. Actually, because I watched a lot of air fryer videos on YouTube before I bought mine, and they get loads of views.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I bet. To be fair, bet that sounds like a crypto bro question. To be fair, shits and giggles. What's popping? Great to see you. Thank you for jumping in. Crypto bro asked the real questions, really. He says the weather is great in Manchester. I'm listening at the park. Well, dedication at its finest. Thank you, mate. Great for you to join in while you're out and about. But I think that maybe that's why. Maybe that's where people are. Maybe they're out enjoying the weather. I tell you what, I didn't even think it was that hot today, but I'm sat here and I am sweating. I am absolutely sweating.
Yeah.
So there's that anyway.
I've got my heating on again.
Have you? I've had it on a few times this week. And now this will get people in, won't it? This will get the crowds in.
Yeah. We should talk about energy saving tips and stuff like that.
Yeah. We should talk about you paying your energy bill on your Bybit card again.
Well, I did that. Like I did quite a big chunk though, didn't I? So I won't have to pay it for a while now because I'm like well in credit.
Yeah.
I also paid me council tax yesterday. Sort of like a grand of it, in one go. So I don't have to worry about that for a while as well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we've got 10 people in. Please do support and drop a like while we've got such low numbers. Steve says working today. Shame, mate, shame. I don't need much of an excuse to whip my top off. Well, there we go, mate. Show them what it's all about, innit? Show them them big guns.
Yeah.
And Nigel says it's 37 degrees here in Vietnam. Wow, I'm jealous. Do you live in Vietnam, Nigel, or are you traveling? What's your business in Vietnam? Are you a resident there? But yeah, wow, I'm jealous. I mean, yeah, that is a scorcher, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely over there. It's a place I really want to go. Actually, I've got some friends who live in Ho Chi Minh City, and I keep meaning to pop over and say hello. But it's a bit of a way, isn't it? But
yeah,
it's always up. It's always up.
Yeah. So, Gary Mack says, "All right, lads, this city is ours style there, lad." It's a great series, that, isn't it? I absolutely love that.
What's that?
I thought The City is Ours. Have you not watched it?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's on BBC iPlayer. I think,
okay.
Yeah, BBC. Yeah, I think it's on BBC. Go on BBC iPlayer and watch it. It's an 8-part series. Oh, it's fantastic. Well worth watching.
All right.
I tell you what, as well, for anyone who's watched that, I went and watched Time yesterday as well. Well, this week. Time's only a 3-part series, but it's got a lot of the same cast in it. There's a lot of people that are in Time that are in The City is Ours as well. Really good series. So I'd recommend that as well for anyone looking for another series to watch. Gonksy, how we doing, my good friend? Great to see you. It's filling up a bit now. It's filling up a bit. Yeah. Weather should be amazing at Token 2049 in Dubai. Are you going, mate? Are you going? I'm not going.
No, I can't really. I mean, it's right in the middle of my daughter's GCSEs, really. So she'd be okay if I sort of left her alone for a week or something. But I just really don't want to while it's the most important week of school, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Nigel says formerly from Bournemouth, but now living here and married to a local. Oh, very nice, mate. Very nice. Yeah, I enjoyed Time. It was good. Time was really good. Okay, so Nigel's out living in Vietnam. So big thank you for joining all the way from Vietnam. We'll do what we can with today because, it seems like everyone's off enjoying the weather or just enjoying the bank holiday. So Bitcoin, we've really not moved, have we, for days? Let's just turn Stonksy off for a small second there. go to the 1 hour chart, as you can see, we've really not done much. Now, what I would note from here is obviously we've got obvious demand down towards 83k. We've got obvious resistance up towards, well, really, I think most of the resistance is coming around 85.5-ish, but obviously all the way up to 86. Now, what I would note is that it seems that volatility is now contracting. Obviously, you can see that, you know, we had expansive moves between this range. If we go to this chart, we'll just be able to see it better. We obviously had expansive moves between up and down. But now it seems like the volatility is contracting a bit, and we're not obviously getting much movement, as you can see here. Just very slow walk down. So I would expect, I don't know whether it's going to happen over the weekend. Maybe we just reside in here still over the weekend. I don't know. Well, I would expect next week us to take one of these paths. Now, what I'd actually be interested in is perhaps maybe we don't fully break down. What I'd be interested in is coming in and just clearing out all these stops below here, and something like this down and then up and then back up and then potentially like a breakout, something like that, towards 88, 89k. Alternatively, maybe, obviously we could just do the breakout first, but I don't actually think that we break down from here and then carry on down. I think if anything, it would just be a clearance of liquidity and perhaps like sort of like a trap / fake out sort of thing, and then regain it and then just full turbo mode it towards 88, 89k. So that's what I'm looking at. What about everyone else? What does everyone else think?
Do you want me to show you what I think?
Yeah, get your screen up, man.
Just give me a second. I just need to get the right chart up because I've got it on the other computer at the moment.
So that's, I think that's one possibility. Again, it's just a possibility. If we break down and failure to kind of regain 83k, then, you know, that's no good. But it's definitely one possibility I am watching for over the weekend and obviously into next week. Now, interesting is the markets. Let's go and have a look. So is the stock market also closed on Monday as well? Hang on. Let's go to this. So everything opens for pre-market trading in 2 days and 19 hours. So that's pretty much just shy of 3 days, isn't it? So that goes Saturday, Sunday. Are we coming into Monday then? Yeah. It's about, I think they're back open on Monday, I think. US markets, I know we've got a bank holiday over here, but I think they're back open on Monday, I think. If I've calculated that right, anyway. Should have, yeah.
Just sorting out my chart with you in a minute.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Take time. In the meantime, do make sure you drop a like on the stream, please. If you haven't already, do subscribe. Nigel says, escape the UK before all the prices started going up. Very good, mate. Well, you made the right decision, didn't you? That's for sure. Wizzo, my man, how are doing? How you doing? Great to see you. Thank you for joining, mate. Thank you very much for joining. Great to see you. Yeah, just looking at the charts and just seeing kind of what might be happening where. But we've been obviously contracting now volatility wise, so it'd be interesting to see what happens over the weekend. Whether we do get some more. We've been getting a move either on Saturday or Sundays normally, haven't we? So if we do get that, I'm very interested to see where it goes.
All right, I'm nearly there.
Yeah, open on Monday. Next close date is the 26th of May. Okay, great. Yeah. So yeah, we do have the US market back open on Monday.
Right, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, let's hook it up, mate. Let's hook it up.
Okay. Okay. Right. So here's what I think. although what I think doesn't mean that much. But
of course it does.
Okay, so this is Bitcoin USD Bybit as a data source. This is the 4-hour thing. So I think, since January, I think this trend line here was quite valid, and I think we, had a little jump out of it on April the 2nd, and then down here. I think it wasn't the best breakout ever. I was expecting it to sort of like, take off into space or something. So I think that didn't happen. I think there's a new trend line, something like that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what we need to break out of. So at the moment, I know you're not so into your patterns and stuff, but I'm kind of seeing this sort of downwards thing at the moment, so there might be a bit more of that going on. The only thing is my EMAs that I really like. I'll just pop those on.
Yeah,
that's the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the 30-minute, I think. No, 30-minute. Hang on. Something I was looking at. All right, right. 1 hour's crossing over a bit too quick, so I was looking at something like I think it was the 12-hour. Right. So 12. So what these are, right? If you want to know how to set this up, it's well, it's basically I'll show you. It's this indicator called CT MAC. That the MAC stands for it's crossover moving average crossover. I think that's what it's called. CT is to do with caretaker, the guy who made the indicator. And what I've got here, I've got these set, so it's showing like 4 EMAs mostly. And what they are is the red one is a 5 EMA. It's quite hard to see, but it's in there. And then the cyan is a 9 EMA. The yellow is a 21 EMA, and the green is a 55 EMA. Now, what you're looking for generally is the green and yellow crossing over to signify trend reversals. So if you look back here, the last time they crossed bearish was here, right? So that was February, when the price was at about 98. Before then, it went bullish back in January, and after that, we went up to like 100 and whatever, So this kind of crossover doesn't happen that often, but it looks like, I think the next candle that closes, which is in 11 hours time on the 12-hour, I think they'll be at least touching, or they might do this kind of thing here where they didn't touch and it just goes the other way. If you look back at some of the more dramatic ones when it's been down for a while, this was a good one. This one was a good one in October. Obviously, this was just before the election, wasn't it? So after that, they crossed bullish then. In fact, they crossed bullish here actually in September. Yeah, that's what it was. They crossed over in September, and then we went from 60,000 up to the all-time high. Well, not quite. Yeah, we did actually. We went to the all-time high, then came back down in December before it crossed bearish again. So I'm thinking that if these cross over, and I think there could be a big turnaround, and there might be a massive pump, and that's what I think, basically.
So absolutely,
So that would fit in with your idea of the 88. What happens when we get there, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm thinking fairly bullish, actually, I must admit.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I am definitely thinking that we squeeze up. So, I would imagine so. I mean, if we come, I'd be looking, if we dropped, I'd be looking to get long. I would just want a clearance of them lows at 83 first before I got long. And I'd be targeting like the 88, 89k region.
Yeah. I'll tell you something else I was looking at was CRO. Mainly because I was watching. Do you know DeWalt? the South African guy?
No.
Well, he's a YouTuber. He's a really good analyst. He's one of these Elliott Wave guys, you know. So
Right.
I never really know what he's talking about, or this
Mm.
5-wave stuff and the ABC and whatever. But anyway, he was talking about CRO, and he seemed to be quite enthusiastic about. Well, at first he was saying I don't like it from a technical point of view, but then he sort of did his Elliott Wave analysis on it, and he said, "Oh, actually, it's looking really good." So I thought, okay, I'll look at that and I'll stick Stonksy on it. And that I did it on the, what did I do? The daily? Was it the daily? Yeah, daily time frame. So I was looking to what happened here in November last year, and look how much that went up.
Yeah.
So that went up like 200%. So I'm just trying to work out, well, try and get some clues about this. There's a bit of controversy about this because what they've done is they did a token burn of it was either 70 million tokens or 70 billion or something like that. It was a hell of a lot. Anyway, it was a big chunk of the tokens they burnt, and now they want to unburn them. I don't quite know. And it's like I actually listened to TMG talking about it last week on the Crypto Saving Expert town hall meeting, and he was saying, well, I think they're doing that because they've run out of money, and I don't think that's the case, because Crypto.com, I think they've got a lot of money. I think they make a lot of money, and it's a very big and lucrative business. So I don't think that's the reason. The actual reason for it, I actually don't know, to be honest. I haven't really looked into it. But all I'm thinking is that because of that, everyone is probably thinking that, yeah, the token price is going to drop through the floor. That's it. It's all over. It was all a massive rug pull. But what if it isn't? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And well, I've got a big bag of it as well. So obviously I have an interest in this, but I don't know. It's been looking for sort of like clues to see if it will go up or not. And Stonksy on the daily. I mean, if this goes green, then I think I will definitely go balls to the wall with that. In fact, I think I might set up an alert just in case, actually. So
yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because normally, like, when sentiment is really bad about something, that typically there might be an opportunity there. We'll have to see, but yeah, it is definitely interesting. JRA Crypto says, I was trying to sign up on BLOFIN but can't seem to access the site. Is it down? No, should be all working, mate. I'll put the link in the chat for you now.
Do you mean the link to? Does he mean the link to BLOFIN?
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. You mean BLOFIN? Sign up to the crypto exchange, mate. Yeah. That's well. I put it again in the chat. Let me go. I'll go and pin it. Actually, I'll go and pin it in the chat.
Alive and well here.
Yeah, it looks all good.
Unlike my trade there.
But if anyone does, want to sign up to Stonksy as well, you can get 20% off your first month of Stonksy.
That's just a little one. That's only.
I used your link, but get DNS error. What's DNS?
Oh.
Something, no service or something.
Hang on, I'm going to try it on my my other computer.
Yeah, I'm just having a go myself.
No, it works fine.
Yeah, I get on it as well. It's a network error. Try swapping browsers. What are you using at the moment, like Safari or something? Have you got the option to use Chrome, maybe? Maybe try using a different browser if you can. I have no idea why that would be happening. It's a network error.
Can you tell us what country you're in as well? Because I wonder if it's something that's where it's not allowed. But I wouldn't have thought it would say that.
No, normally it will just tell you that you're not like they don't serve. DNS is usually something configured in your router or browser settings. Yeah, it might be the thing, yo, mate. I've tried Brave and Firebox as well as my phone. Strange. Yeah, really strange. I don't know. I mean, have you got the option to download Chrome, or if you're on? I tell you what. Why don't you? Are you on your Wi-Fi? Why don't you try turning your Wi-Fi off? Why don't you try turning your Wi-Fi off and see if that happens? See what that does.
It'll just disappear from the stream, then. That's it. There'll be bye.
Try turning your Wi-Fi off, mate. Maybe that'll help you. Maybe it's something to do with your Wi-Fi. Do you ever remember them prank call things? There used to be a thing where you could put someone's number in and it would prank call them. And there used to be a guy, and like the number would ring them, and you'd obviously answer it and you go hello. And like there was multiple different ones you could have, but one was about Wi-Fi, and it was this Scottish fella, and he'd go, "Hey, you, stop using my Wi-Fi." And then I remember we did it onto one of my mates, and he's like a proper scouser as well. And he was down the phone going, What are you on about? I'm not using your Wi-Fi. And the guy, like, obviously it's just like an automated thing. And the thing's going like, I'm telling you one last time, stop using my Wi-Fi. And he was going absolutely ballistic at it.
Yeah, there was a mate of mine sent me one of those. He phoned me up. He said, look, I'm a bit short of time. Can you phone this guy? He's going to get us a gig for the band, you know. And I was like, yeah, all right. So I phoned it up, and I just got this like absolute hurl of abuse. And that was one of those. What a brilliant idea, though. It was like,
yeah,
hilarious. But, right. Okay, we'll set up a couple of alarms for like alerts rather for the 1 hour and 1 day for CRO. So yeah, I might look at that in the future if that pops up. Yeah, I'm still thinking of what we were talking about yesterday. You know, trying to find a popular coin that's going to die any minute. And I keep looking.
Well, apparently there was a depegging of something before.
What was that?
SUSD, whatever it is. SUSD got depegged.
Okay. I'm not.
I don't know if it's on TradingView anyway. It's a very small stable coin. Let me have a look to see. We said it might be the Sonic one, because Sonic were on about launching a algorithmic stablecoin. Here it is, yeah, SUSD.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on TradingView. Let me see where it's traded.
Do you want to put your screen on?
Yeah, sure. I can swap it over. There we go. So yeah, SUSD depegged all the way down to sub 70 cents, down to 66.
Wow.
But yeah, it's only on. Looks like it's on Ethereum. It's actually on Gate. It is on Gate. Velodrome. Let's see. What have we got here? It's only on Gate. It's only on Gate for centralized exchange. Let's see what dexes it's on.
Right. I can't see any situation in any world where I'd ever try to short a stablecoin.
Well, I mean, my thinking it's a very small stablecoin. It's only got 30 million supply. So obviously it's got a $30 million market cap, so not very big at all. But yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what caused the depeg, like, but if we go to, I'd love to know who's behind it. So on-chain leverage with deep liquidity for over Synthetics. Synthetics is, what coin is Synthetics?
It was a
SNX, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it must be SNX's stablecoin, not Sonic's. So it must be SNX's stablecoin. So I don't know what's caused the. I mean, they only tweeted an hour ago. I don't know exactly what's happened. They were tweeting about some reward pool, but yeah, another day in the life of crypto, I suppose. When did this depeg? Oh, it depegged a couple days ago. It just kept depegging, and it swiftly recovered. So this isn't actually breaking news. To be fair, it's just like today, today when it's had the bigger drop. But yeah, little another interesting day in crypto, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't think the industry could take another big stablecoin depeg, could it? I think that actually might be like the straw that breaks the camel's back. I think that might be the one where everyone actually just goes insane if there's another stablecoin depeg on a mass scale.
Well, yeah, if it's something like USDT.
But do you remember the USDC one?
Yeah.
Looking back, that was actually a great opportunity. You could have got like 20% on that. Let's go and have a look at that. Let's go and have a look about that. What happened it was like March 2023, weren't it? Yeah, it did. Oh, yeah. So Binance, it went all the way down. It went all the way down to 88. I don't know what happened there. Like, I don't know whether that's an error or what, but I remember this. Yeah, on Binance. So on Binance, it only went. To be fair, it only went down to like 88 cents. But you know, still, if you would have swapped it over, even at like 90 cents, that's like a free, like 10% plus, isn't it?
Just looking at JRA Cryptos, he's saying, I'm still intrigued about what country you're in. Can you tell us? Because there's obviously something different for you than everyone else.
Yeah, I don't know where he's gone. Where is JRA Cryptos? Unless he's sorted it and now he's on with
told him to unplug his Wi-Fi, so he's gone there.
I didn't. I said turn his Wi-Fi off on his phone.
You said turn your electricity off.
Yeah. See ya. But yeah, that's where we're up to. I mean, I don't know. Should we go through, have a look? Let's have a look on CoinMarketCap, see if there's anything interesting that's happened. I can't imagine that there's anything too interesting, but let's see. No. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Synthetics is SUSD.
Did you just say CoinMarketCap, meaning crypto saving expert?
What?
No, Cointelegraph was what you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cointelegraph. Yeah, Manta. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really look much like it's going on. Tell you what, let's go and should we have a look ahead to next week? Let's have a look to next week.
Yeah.
And let's see. Next week, let's see what we've got going on data-wise. So we've got not much next week. Next week is pretty a clear week. We've just got S&P Global Manufacturing PMI and Services PMI on Wednesday, and that's it. I do know that we have a Fed meeting coming up. On the 7th of May, I think it is. Is it? I thought we had a. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, interest rate decision. Yeah, 7th of May.
So I was thinking about all that Fed stuff. You know, every time they mention crypto, they start blabbering on about stable coins.
Yeah.
Isn't that just another word for CBDC?
Yeah, yes and no. Like, because I suppose if the Fed is looking to issue its own stablecoin, if the Fed issued its own stablecoin, that technically probably would be a CBDC. Yeah. I suppose it depends on what network, though. If they did it on Ethereum, then probably not, because they don't run Ethereum. I think the idea of a CBDC is kind of like the Fed or any sort of central bank issuing its own digital currency. So like a digital version of the pound, the dollar, whatever. But then obviously having its own like network or, payment system and stuff.
Right.
So maybe if they just came up with their own blockchain or whatever, I don't know.
Interesting.
JRA Cryptos says he's in Asia, but he's managed to sort it, I think.
Oh,
He's
okay.
using a VPN. I have 2 different Wi-Fi and my other home network, so issue sorted. Yeah, no worries, mate. Well,
Okay.
enjoy BLOFIN. It's a great exchange, great user interface, great user experience. I really enjoy using it.
That said, yeah, I did sort of get to the bottom of the issue we were talking about yesterday, where I couldn't work out how to take partial profits with the bot. So I did. This is something we were talking about yesterday, because like Wiz, the Wizard of Alt, was saying that he takes partial profits with the bot, and I had the bot page open. In fact, shall I get it up so we can show you what?
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Hang on, I've got to get me. Just get rid of all my personal stuff. Hang on a sec. By the way, I will warn people that I was going to do a live stream tomorrow, but I think we've got a slight problem with me getting into the YouTube account, haven't we? So
yeah, I think we've got yeah, we seem to have quite a big problem with that. We'll sort it. We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, but it might not happen tomorrow, unfortunately. So you might have to find something else to do tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you're always welcome to join me on Sunday night if you want.
I'll do that if you like.
Yeah, I only come on for normally do about 45 minutes, so nothing major. Just like a nice roundup of the week, and then looking ahead to next week.
Yeah, I must admit, I always forget about it, and then I sort of remember right at the end.
Yeah,
I always appear for the last 5 minutes. Oh, that's the that's the day I was in Cardiff, wasn't it, last week?
So yeah, I think so.
Hang on a sec. Let me. Oh, what am I doing? Right. Right. I think I'm ready to go. If you want to.
You ready? Yeah. Let's fire back up your. There you go. You're on, mate.
Okay. Cool. Right. So yesterday I was talking about the bot, and like I said, we were talking about taking partial profits. And if we look at it, so the way the bot works is it works with the copy trading feature in BLOFIN. So if we go to my copies, I think it's open at the moment. Oh no, I closed mine actually. I closed mine manually this morning when I was making a video about it. So I can't bloody show you, can I? Oh, that's annoying.
You can go. No, can you go into the history, position history?
I can do that, but all that will show you is it just shows you that I closed the short. So I closed the short.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it did actually make a couple of pretty big losses yesterday, actually, which was slightly annoying. It was long last night, then it changed its mind and went short. Actually, it went long twice, didn't it? And then it went short early hours this morning, and I wasn't feeling it, so I kind of closed it when I was making my video. Yeah, sorry, I can't show you that. But what normally happens when you've got a trade open here, you've only got the option to close all, and what it means by that is it closes all the position. So obviously, if you want to close, like say 50% of the position, you can't do it here. So I thought I was going mad because Wizard of Alt was saying, yeah, that's what he does. So we had a little discussion in the Discord, and it turns out that it's actually, well, he's doing it on the app, and on the app you've got close and close all, and when you press close, you've got a little slider where you can you can set the amount you want to close. But we haven't got that here. So I actually had a big chat with support this morning. In fact, you can probably see it actually. Can you see it? So we had quite a long chat.
Yeah.
And it is quite good actually with BLOFIN. You do get through to a human quite quickly actually, you know.
Yeah, you don't always get that, do you?
No. And yeah, so I showed this, hang on. Right, so I can show you the screenshot here. I think. Is that coming up? So yeah, so normally you've just got this one here that just says close all, and that's your only option. But if you look at that on the app on your phone, you've got close and close all, and that's when you can do a partial close. So what I did say to them is, you know, why is that? And they I don't think they believed me at first, and they kind of went through the same thing, like, and then at the end of it, I showed them on the app, and then they said, "Thank you for your patience. I've tested the same on my end, and you're absolutely right. The close option on the app allows partial position closure, while the close all option on the web does not offer that functionality. I'll go ahead and report this to our development team for further review. Rest assured we'll take the appropriate action to address this. In the meantime, please use the app if you need to close a position partially. Thank you for bringing this to our attention." Anyway, so that's the status of all that. So yeah, so there you go. So at the moment, if you want to close a position partially, you have to do it on the app on your phone or whatever. So that's the situation there. But
that's good to know. I mean, look at you. You're bringing all the features to BLOFIN, aren't you? That they need.
That's it. Well, it's like, it's one of these things, you know, you don't know about it until you start using it, do you? And
yeah.
And it is the value of having like the Stonksy community on the Discord, because, you know, it's something that Wizard of Alt had said, and I was thinking, like, how is he doing that? You know, and I couldn't work it out. And but now we know. So there you go. Bot performance so far, not brilliant actually. It's it lost a little bit last night. So we're down to 277 from the initial 250 USDT. I think what's going to happen sooner or later, though, is it's going to catch one massive one, isn't it? And then
when we get a big Bitcoin move.
Yeah, and I think it just needs to catch the one big one. I mean, I've you know, people who've got like successful bots, I've kind of heard this kind of thing before. I know that guy Max from MDX Algo. He's got like a bot. It's a very slow running thing, you know. It kind of it makes about 50 trades a year. No, it didn't. It makes about 50 trades every sort of 2 or 3 years, and it loses like 60% of them, but it's up like thousands of percent, you know, because when it gets a good one, it gets a really good one. And I kind of feel that that's what we're waiting for here, you know. But we've not really had those kind of like crazy moves on Bitcoin yet, have we?
No.
So
yeah.
Anyway,
also probably worth noting as well, you're using 10x, aren't you, as your leverage?
Yeah.
Others maybe using a little bit less, but I suppose it evens itself out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think what that means is that you know, I wouldn't have lost that amount there, but there again,
you wouldn't have gained.
I wouldn't have gained. For example, this one here, like last week, you know, 28.9%. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's tricky to trade manually at the moment. So you know, I think probably the poor little bot doesn't know what it's doing.
Especially when Bitcoin is wedged in a range like this.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to take your screen back? Because last time I did that, I kind of messed it up going between Safari and Chrome.
Sure. Let us know in the chat, what would you guys like us to look at? Well, and girls. What would you people like us to look at? Let us know. We don't have a US Open today, so yeah, we're pretty much free to do whatever. You just let us know what you would like us to do, and we can definitely get that sorted.
Yeah, or just tell us what you're having for lunch.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything. Tell us anything. Doesn't really matter. But we'll go and have a look at. We'll have a look at the liquidation heat map. Let's see where liquidity is building. Right. Just had to get a quick drink. Let me put myself back on camera. Tell you what, it is hot in my room today. Wow. I'm sweating.
I might have to go and turn my heating off actually, because
yeah, I don't know if my heating's on. I hope it's not. So on the 24-hour time frame, we've got obviously liquidity building to the downside, but the main chunk of liquidity looks to be just above 86k. If we go to the 3-day, as we can see again, yeah, big chunk of liquidity right below 86k, but obviously a lot building under these lows that we've had here. On a 2-week time frame, we've got huge liquidity up just below 87. So right below here. But maybe we come down and snatch a little bit here, trap some, and then go on a hunt for after that. Let's see, what should we look at now? Let's have a look at the 3-month. Let's see the 3-month time frame. Big chunk in the 60s, but obviously, as you can see, really the main liquidity. There's some building here by the looks of it, but obviously a lot of that has been run through. The big chunks of liquidity are all the way up towards 100 and above. Unless we got down towards the low 70s again, then obviously the immediate liquidity would be all the way down. So it's interesting to see. I think what we might do today is, because we have no US Open, is maybe we'll go on to here and we'll say, will Bitcoin be higher in 1 month? Let's have a little vote on this poll. Let's see. So will Bitcoin be higher in 1 month? Hang on. Actually, let's do, will Bitcoin be what should we do?
Don't know.
Higher in 1 month, or I'll tell you what, actually, let's do this. This will be interesting. What comes first? Let's do 90k.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's do 70k. So get your voting on the chat on this. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Obviously, in terms of where the price is, 90k is, within touching distance, but will it get there? Let me know in the chat. I'm interested to see what's your guys' thoughts. But in the meantime, just let us know if you want us to look at it, and we can look at any altcoins or whatever it may be. If you've got any questions about the market, are you in any trades? Let us know what trades you're in.
I'm just trying to work out when the next sort of market is open. Because
Monday.
Is it really Monday?
Oh, look at this move on Tau. Oh, look at that. Look at that, mate. I know you've been looking at the 5-minute moves, haven't you? Look at that move on Tau there.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a juicy move.
Wow.
Currently got just over 12% from this. It had a bit of ones that hit nicely. That obviously didn't. That came out around break even. That was sideways. So it was trading obviously in this real sideways bit for a while. But as you can see, I don't know what SMFC's plans is to change up the low frequency bot into a high frequency one. But as you can see, even with this, we would have took maybe a few losses on these ones, but we would have hit one there. But then, getting one like that just absolutely blows it up, doesn't it?
That's amazing.
Yeah. But Tau's doing well today, up nearly 7%.
Yeah.
Filecoin's up 3. Render has had a good time of it at the moment, actually. Jupiter is up. But overall, Sand's up 5%, having a bit of a nice time of it as well. Borg. I still need to sort my Swissborg house. I'm still not allowed to use it.
Oh. That's only because you haven't done the little quiz.
No, it's not. They want more. They want updated documents off me.
Like what?
I don't know, to be honest. I think they want proof of. I think they kind of want proof of funds again, but not proof of funds. I don't know. I think they want kind of like proof of. It's like proof of where my money comes from each month or something. I don't know.
Really? No.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I did answer some questions like that, but only once.
Yeah, a bit annoying, really.
I just gave very general sort of answers,
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'll tell you what, my address might still be in France, actually, for Swissborg.
Oh, you might be all right then.
So maybe that's why they didn't want to know everything. You can get TMG to have a word with Alex and say, "Come on, mate."
Yeah. We've got 3 votes in, with 2 of them going for 90k coming first, 1 going for 70k. So we've got 2 bulls and 1 bear so far.
Oh, I don't know which one to do actually. 70k, 90. No, I think 90 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some altcoins are getting a bit of a squeeze on them, aren't they? Let's go and have a look. Because obviously we've not got everything on this list. Let's go through top 100 gainers. No, we don't want that. Hang on. Why is that showing these? I only want to see the top 100.
You see what I was thinking was like,
what is this?
How come none of the Asian markets are like open? Because they don't really do Good Friday, do they?
I don't know. Was they not open? Was they not open overnight? Because the Asian market's open overnight, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, but I mean, like, I know because it wouldn't be tonight. No, tonight's Friday, and my days are all over the place.
Yeah, so they'd have done obviously last night, but our last night, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
FET looks like it's having a good time of it, actually. Let's go and have a look at FET.
So the only thing open at the moment is Johannesburg, Moscow, and Zurich. Right. No wonder no one's here.
Yeah. Everyone's off having a good time, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. By
the looks of it. And we're not really getting much. Some altcoins form. I have no idea what this is. Never heard of that before. Injective. It's mad how much of a downside move that's had.
Yeah.
Tell you what, let's go and have a look at Fartcoin. Look at there's Mantra, down 90% on the week. No. Let's go and have a look at Farty. Let's see what memes are doing actually. Got Whiff up 8%. Whiff's having a bit of a push up. Farty's down 8%. Let's see. So Farty actually did, if everyone remembers, what I was talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
If everyone remembers, here's the range and there's the drop out the range, push to the downside. Now I don't trust it. I mean, it depends what Bitcoin's going to do, but is Fartcoin going to go for another one? I'm interested in it maybe giving another push up into here, but I just can't tell.
I'm actually surprised these things have lasted as long as they have, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in it. If it gives one more push up, I might try and short it with like a little bit of spare change because you don't want to get caught on the other side of a move off Fartcoin, do you? But you don't want to get blown out by Fartcoin.
I mean, if you were to talk to anyone, from like traditional finance about, I've been trading Fartcoin, they just think you're an idiot, wouldn't they?
Yeah, incredible, really, isn't it? Do you know, I saw as well I don't know how I came across this. I think someone that I follow on X interacted with this person's post. But this person posted the screenshot of where he bought Fartcoin, and guess what market cap he bought Fartcoin at?
I don't know, super low, I would say.
80k.
Wow.
80k he bought Fartcoin at. 80k. Can you believe it? What even as a percentage is that? Like, what did it go to? It went to like 2 billion or something, didn't it? Like, can you imagine even if it like even it going to like a couple of 100 million from there? Even if you put like $100 in that, you are standing probably at like a 10,000x, 100,000x. I don't know.
And if that person just even sells a fraction of their bag, it's going to sort of like then crash the price, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why it's all over the place, isn't it? Yeah.
Insane, really. But yeah, to catch one of them, wouldn't it be nice?
Well, it'd change your life, wouldn't it? Just that'd be it. You'd be set up for life, and then
you just need to catch one of them. And so far I've caught 0. Anyone in the chat? Has anyone caught like one of the big memes, or like even just a big move on a meme? Doesn't have to be one of the big ones. Like, did you catch one at like 100k that went to 100 mil or something like that? Yeah, I would. Yeah, it'd be great. I reckon it's the feeling. It's probably the feeling of looking at it and just seeing how much it's gone up and being like, I bought that so low. But you've obviously got to remember to take money out of it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought I'd hit the jackpot with EGLD back in 2021 or wherever it was, because I bought it at $7 and then it went up to like 550, and I think I was actually a millionaire for about a week. And I'm not anymore.
Yeah, can we just take a minute to admire my lines on EGLD? Look at where I was looking, and I wish I could say I've traded this, but I haven't. But this is where I must have been looking at it somewhere up here and looking at like a 35% drop. So I didn't short it either, but I was looking at these two zones in particular. Obviously, the first one and the second one, and it's look at that. Look at that for precision. I wish I could say I traded it, but I didn't.
I did actually buy some at that point. I bought a little bit,
yeah.
not a lot.
Just really,
just because I thought it'd go back up to like 15 or 14 or $15, really.
Yeah, really, like my theory was, obviously you got these two zones, and this is really all. Oh, what happened then? This is all really that matters. Oh, what have I done here? Let me go back. This is really all that matters on e-gold for me, is obviously holding this zone or obviously dropping back into the previous accumulation. But yeah, I mean, the run up on that is insane, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So where did you get in?
$7.
Wow.
Back in 2020, I think it was. And I had quite a big bag of it then, and but I watched it go all the way up and then all the way down again.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't know what I was doing in those days, and I think the thing was it had gone from like, hardly anything to like $500, and I was thinking it's definitely going to go to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then that was like November 2021, which was the which was the peak of the previous bull market, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't really get any time, do you? Like that was literally just like a 1-day spike, maybe even like a 1-hour spike, and then obviously it was just kind of just like up and then just like straight road down. So unless you were like clipping like big amounts out, you didn't really get much time to try and distribute it out.
Yeah.
But this is kind of where it gets you in it, the market. Like obviously it had its first run up to here, then sold off, then another run up here and sold off, and then obviously it comes up to like 250. All the way down to sub 16. You're probably thinking, God damn it, I've missed the top. Why didn't I sell? And then obviously just goes on an absolute ripper.
I mean, my problem back then was I had all the e-gold in the X Portal app, and I was staking it, and getting like, I can't remember what the percentage was. It was quite high. It was like 13 or 14% APY.
Yeah.
So because I was staking such a large amount, I was getting paid. It was about, I don't know, it was about $800 a week, just in what I was getting from the staking. So I was using that as my money, and I was thinking like, well, I can just go on forever like this. I can live on $800 a week for the rest of my life. And that's how I was thinking. I thought, well, if it goes up to 1,000, I'll have $1,600 a week, and I could definitely live on that. And that's the only thing I could think about. I didn't think for a minute that it would drop down to bloody $12.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, that's how UST went to such a big market cap. I mean, what market cap did UST go to? It was, let's go and have a look. That's how that got to such, because that I was offering 20%, and obviously we'd just come out of like the bull market, hadn't we? And we'd just come out of the bull market, and obviously, you had people just staking huge amounts of this at 20%. Say you were, if you were staking $1 million, then on paper you were making 200 grand a year, and you could probably go, well, I could live off that. That's, and it's a stable coin and stuff like that. And then lo and behold, obviously, so it went all the way up to just 18.6 billion, so really just shy of 20 billion. So, that's a lot of people's money in it, tied up in that. And that was probably the same thought process. That was offering 20%. So remember, it was offering 20% everywhere, even on Swissborg.
Right.
You were offering 20% APY on it. So that's how it, like, that's the train of thought in it. You are like, that's and something like this on a scale like this as well, which was just insane.
And the problem I had with EGLD was because I was staking it on the X Portal app. I think it was called MyR in those days. But I was staking it on the app, and if you wanted to unstake it, there was a unbonding period of like 30 days or 10 days. I can't remember now. So at that point, I thought, well, maybe this is not going to work. Well, there was two things really, actually. The staking providers you could choose. The one I got was the one I got most of my e-gold in was one of the best APYs. It was something like 14%. The rest of them were all about 8 or 9%. So I thought if I unstake it from that, the chances are I won't be able to get it back into that one again. So that was part of the thing. And then I thought, by the time it had gone down loads, I thought, I better unstake it. So I unstaked it, and then the unbonding period was like 10 days. And by then it had gone down to like, I don't know, it was down to about $70 or something. So at that point you're thinking, well, I might as well hang on to it. And that was $70, and now it's what, 14 or something, that was probably one of I think that was the second worst decision I've made crypto wise in my life, actually.
But to be fair, I mean, I suppose it wouldn't really take much for it to get a push. Like, if they actually do something, because I know I've seen that the CEO's been tweeting a lot, and I don't know exactly, because I haven't really kept up with it, to be honest. I haven't used it in probably about 2.5 years. I haven't used the network. But it wouldn't really take much for it to get like a really decent push on itself if they get some sort of like attention around the network or anything like that. That's the main thing, isn't it? It's just getting people in there to use it. and then price action will follow. Like, look what happened with Sui. You know, Sui just come pretty much like out of nowhere, didn't it? Like, I remember everyone, it was kind of like getting the piss took out of it because it had come out that they'd paid loads of KOLs and stuff like that.
Right.
And then, obviously, lo and behold, you know, like it's down here in August and stuff like that, pushes up, blah, blah, blah. But then just goes on a huge, huge rally because it's got loads of attention around it. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. But, yeah, I don't know about Sui. I like Ton. I do like Ton. I want to get in Ton. I don't have a position in it really, but I'm interested to get into a position with Ton if the right opportunity comes up.
Yeah. The only thing about that, right, is I quite like what Jordan TMG said the other day about it. Because Ton is the coin of the Telegram network. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all use Telegram. I use Telegram. I communicate with you by Telegram.
Yeah.
What? Why do we need the coin?
I don't know. But you can say that for everything, can't you? Like literally, apart from Bitcoin, the only reason really you need most coins is for gas, innit? Like, why do you need Ethereum? Literally just gas. Why do you need Solana? Literally just gas. And to stake them. You don't really need any sort of coin in terms of like really needing it, do you?
Yeah.
Like the most value comes from things being used as gas, and then obviously being able to stake them or whatever.
Right.
But what I find interesting is like, really like no layer 2 really ever needed its own token, did it? All they needed to do is use ETH and bridge it over, but obviously they used their own token to build up value. But when you look at all these layer 2s like Polygon, Optimism, Arbitrum and stuff like that, them being Ethereum layer 2s, really, they could have just used Ethereum, but obviously they chose to use their own coin because they could then obviously, you know, raise money and build, you know, an economy around their own token. But they didn't need to have their own token. They could have just used Ethereum because we're an Ethereum layer 2.
Yeah.
But very interesting.
Yeah. So what was you thinking about Ton then?
I don't know. I like the idea of it. I like the just the fact that they've got access to so many users and stuff like that. Okay. And I think there was rumors as well that at some point they're going to be introducing an on-off ramp inside Telegram, which I think would just be like a game changer. Like if you can on and off ramp via Telegram just easily. Like imagine being able to go on Telegram and you can just put funds on Telegram without having to use like a SEX or anything like that. I think that's like a game changer, isn't it?
I suppose so, yeah. So you mean like so like I was to send you some money, I could just do it via Telegram.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that now. But yeah, I don't. Do you know what? I actually haven't looked at the Ton wallet in a while. Actually, I'm gonna go and have a look now. Where is it? How'd you get it open? I forgot.
Ton? I haven't got one.
Oh, here it is, wallet. There you go. Here's my wallet. Add crypto, send peer-to-peer market Ton space. It's interesting.
I don't think we can see that, by the way. But
no, I was doing it on my phone.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, I was just having a look. But yeah, I don't mind it. I don't know. It's just like anything, innit? It's just all speculation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's all built on speculation, isn't it? But anyway, let us know in the chat what would you like us to cover. Give us any questions or whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Give us it, and we will answer it wholeheartedly.
Tell you what, there was a stock that Wiz mentioned yesterday, right at the end.
Yeah.
It was APLD.
Yeah.
And I bought a little bit yesterday afternoon. I bought it at the bottom. It was brilliant. But of course, I can't really do much with it now because the markets are shut, and it's and on trading 212, it's not one of the ones that works 24 hours. So
literally, you can't do anything with it until
yeah,
Monday.
But yeah, I bought it at 3.8, so that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Well, hopefully it has a little reversal, and if you can get a nice chunk of change out of it, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I think all I can do now is probably just set a limit sell just in case it comes back down there, and then maybe set well, no, just hope it goes back up on Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up already, but like, not sure how much I'm up. I think it's about 100 quid or something. You know, it was.
That's not bad.
It was a
it's a bit of pocket change in it for the weekend, I suppose.
Well, it's a worthwhile amount, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Oh, my camera's zoomed in again. But we really need the chat support here, don't we? Come on, chat.
Yeah.
Come on, chat. Give us, please give us something to talk about.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll be talking about, I don't know, vacuum cleaner bags or something like that.
Oh, mate, can you imagine if you wasn't the co-host now? Imagine like me just having to try and entertain the chat like this when there's no US Open, Bitcoin's not moving. There's literally nothing going on. It's a bank holiday.
Oh well. It's probably the quietest day I've known. I don't know. Christmas Day was probably about like this, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you do a show on Christmas? No, you didn't do a Christmas Day, did you?
No, I had a break over Christmas. Needed it.
You're around your mum's eating mince pies, weren't you?
Yeah, damn right.
I know.
Got to be, haven't you? But yeah, I took I think I took like a week or so off, or 10 days off over Christmas.
Okay.
Need it, don't you? You need it. You need to like kind of just refresh and revitalize and just kind of get yourself going again, especially going into the new year. I'll tell you what, I have streamed for 6 days a week, and it's been very rare that I've missed the 6 days. I think so far this year I've probably missed like 3 Sundays maybe. But apart from that, I've been going, 5-6 days a week, every week for the first 4 months of the year, pretty much now. It's been very rare that I've missed a Sunday, so yeah.
When did you go to Dublin?
That was like mid-February-ish.
Oh, okay.
So I had a Friday and a Monday off there, and then I have missed a few days from being off. Like I was off the Monday just gone this week, but unless it's been like a holiday booked, I haven't really missed. I haven't missed anything, so it's all for you guys. All for you guys, and obviously you guys coming into the streams. Is there any tickers and time frames Stonksy particularly favors? Well, definitely on Bitcoin. I think the 5-minute alongside these background color changes with the arrow confirmation soon after. So I find sensitivity 8, confirmation period 1, 5-minute time frame, and you're looking for the background color change red or green with an arrow soon after. It doesn't hit every time, but especially when Bitcoin moves, you'll find that most of the time it's hit that arrow change. So you see here, obviously we had this wild, this wild price action, because this is where Jerome Powell started speaking and just absolutely nuked the market. But as you can see, it got up to a point there where you would have trimmed some off, or you would have your stop in profit or whatever anyway. Obviously here, red change, red arrow, bang, slam down. It's not, like I said, it's not going to hit every time. There will be sometimes like that one. Obviously didn't end up being a perfect trade. But here again, another one here, obviously, bang. That's a nice couple of K move, isn't it? So, obviously, didn't get the reversal on this. The arrow did come in, but unfortunately, we didn't get a background on it. But here again, red background, red arrow, bang. So, yeah, I really like it. Been looking at these a lot.
I mean, what I'd probably say is that, if you've got any particular kind of ticker that you want to look at, then have a look at it and look at what it's done in the past. Over the last 6 months or whatever, and look for things that fit in with your style of trading. So, for example, if you're if you just buy and sell spot, look for things like background changes on the daily or the weekly or something like that, and look at what it's done in the past and see which time frame it seems to have been the most reliable in the past, and then use that going forwards. I think that's generally what I do, because I mean, some things they, certain time frames and stuff, you think, well, that isn't really giving me what I want, but that, whatever you've got there on the screen, looks pretty good at the moment. Oh, actually, I'm looking at the delayed version. Hang on. But yeah.
I mean, in terms of tickers, really, like, you can apply just like the strategy and go and look at others. This does it work as well on ETH? I've never really looked at ETH using that strategy. It does hit? Looks like it hits some of the time. Yeah, obviously that was a good one. That was a good reversal. That was a good one there. But I think something like this put into a bot strategy, which I think SMFC is looking at, is going to be like really good, because if you can put something like this into a bot where you're like, right, okay, background color change plus the arrow confirmation, and you just don't even have to look at the chart and you just let it trade off this. As long as the strategy testing shows that the hit rate is there and stuff like that, yeah, it could be a mental thing for a bot. Stonksy says, yeah, being on the 5 min had some steady results. It's fun. Never trade the 5 minutes. Stonksy, yeah, it can be hard to trade the low time frames. It can be hard. But yeah, I mean, I like just having like a watch list like this. So I won't go all the way to the bottom, because obviously you start going to, obviously a lot of things now are quite more illiquid than they used to be. But particularly like, this first upper section of this list, where you've got your high caps and stuff like that, you can just go and have a look and see what it's doing. So yeah, I think, but me personally, like personally, if you're asking me personally, I'm just mostly just trading Bitcoin at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously traded OM the other day. I'm back in OM. I think I'm a little bit underwater on my OM trade, actually. Missed that Ergo trade the other day. That was really annoying. Let's see, where is OM? 63 cents. Yeah, it's a bit of annoying, really, because it wasn't even, I don't think it was even that long after that I got in this. I think my entry's like 69 cents. That it just had this wild 5 minute candle and it's just kind of like slowly bleeding down. So I don't know whether they're just letting it just like time capitulate before they start stepping in with buybacks or what. But I'm just either going to let my position liquidate or glory, I suppose you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. Crypto Pappy says, spoke with SMFC this morning regarding high frequency bot updates, and he has something very good lined up, ready to launch soon. Yes, yeah. I know he's been looking at something, because what he wants to do is switch up the low frequency, because the low frequency is like no one's following it, because obviously everyone wants the high frequency trades. So swap that into a higher frequency, then we can have 2 high frequency bots running at the same time, which I think will be a lot better, won't it?
Maybe. I think the thing is with the bot thing, you kind of want to see results quickly, don't you? So I think that's why the high frequency one's more popular, because it's quite dull when it's just sitting there for a week and doing nothing. But in reality, though, that might be the better way to work. It's whatever works, really, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone thinks 90k is coming first. But yeah, I mean, your video did great on the channel yesterday, mate. I think, considering it's only been up about a day.
Which one?
Yeah, just less than a day, your bot video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, been 117 views in 22 hours, which is really good, to be fair.
That's better than videos do on my channel.
It's better than a lot that I've done as well. Like, I think the most I've had, I've had a couple into the couple of hundreds. This one was great. This one did 1.4k. That turned 1,000 into 100k. But
did you do it?
No, I wish. But yeah, this steady on. Normally it's between like 100 and 200 views a video now. I think I'm going to do one next week similar to this. So my plan for next week is to put a video together similar to this, because obviously this done really well. Got a good video coming out over the weekend as well on how to make $100 a day consistently. But it's a bit of an old one. It's been in sort of the backlog for a couple of weeks, so it doesn't actually contain anything from the bot, I don't think. But it's quite a long. I think it's like 18 minutes long.
How'd you do that? How'd you make $100 a day?
Well, you'll have to tune in and find out, won't you?
I thought you were going to tell me. I must admit, $100 a day. What kind of balance were you trading with?
I can't even remember. It's that long. It's been that long ago since I filmed it. I think I must have filmed it probably about. I must have filmed it about 8 weeks ago.
Because I reckon if you've got about what would it come? Yeah, so if you got something like $5,000, and you've got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours a day to sort of stare at the screen. I reckon $100 a day is, well, not stare at the screen, but like kind of, you're prepared to sort of wait for the right moment. I think $100 a day is like really easy to do.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, is you don't actually have to try and do it every day. You could average it. So if you look at what Bitcoin's done this week, literally all you had to do was buy anywhere close to 83k and sell anywhere above 85. So say if you did that here, say one day you were using 5k, and say one day you made 300.
Yeah.
You've got 3 days work there then, haven't you? You don't have to then like look for a trade for if you want to have a little chiller or whatever, you can do. But literally since Saturday, all you had to do was sell anywhere above 85 and buy anywhere close to 83, and you would have had, a good couple of trades there by now. I mean, this one was great. This one literally did it. You buy here, so that's one trade. You sell here, then Powell literally gave the entry again, so that's 2 trades. Then 3 trades. Entry here again, came back up to here, so that's 3. That's 3 since Wednesday. Long, short, long, and then if you got short again, obviously around 85k, you'd be in profit again now. So your short will be running in profit again, so that's 4 nearly. And that's literally all you had to do. And the likelihood is, because these have been a bit juicy moves as well, there's been a couple of percent in it. If you were using 5k margin on even a low, if even a low leverage, like, say 3x, you would have netted a couple of hundred on these moves each way.
Yeah.
So
and to be honest, I mean that kind of consistently making 4 or 5% a day or something like that kind of thing, that massively adds up so quick. And and it's not like, I don't know. A lot of people, like friends of mine, was saying, I'm really looking forward to the bull run. I'm going to make loads of money trading, and I was thinking, well, why is that? Why are you going to make money in the bull run? Because really, for me, when it's stuck in a range, that's when I love it the best. If you can just keep making gains every day, then it soon adds up. Because but the problem is then you get trading with like larger positions. What I always do, I'll quite merrily make 7 or 8 great trades in a row, and then I'll do one almighty F up and and lose about a week's worth of money, and then it puts me back again. And I'm really bad at that, and I'm really bad at over trading. It's my worst thing. Is I feel like I always have to be in a trade.
Yeah.
And I pretty much am almost, and I always have excuses with myself, like, I'm just trying this exchange out or whatever, and it's really just because I'm addicted to being in a trade, and I really need to get over that. I really need to sort of, be more like a lion, sort of ready to pounce, like like a lion.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's better to just have your powder on the side, innit, and then take advantage of when something comes up. Like I know exactly what you mean, because how many times have I been in a trade where you've got in too early, and then it keeps going against you, but then you look at it and you go, oh well, that actually looked pretty obvious, that, or that area looks good, and then you're in a drawdown, when really if you'd have just held tight, then you would have been able to get that opportunity and get in a much better entry and not have any drawdown. So I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's just about patience, isn't it? Just patience, and being a lion ready to pounce. I like that.
Well, having a bit of self-control as well, because the worst feeling ever for me is when you've say like you've gone into a long and you've been careful. You thought, like, right, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to do it on like 5x leverage or something like that, and all of a sudden the price shits the bed completely, and you're like, I don't know, you're 25% down or something like that, and you think, well, that's okay, because I'm not going to get liquidated because I'm in such low leverage. But then you notice that everybody else around you is ready to catch the bottom and ride it all the way back up, and all you're doing is going back to the position where you're not going to lose any money.
You're just happy to get back to break even.
Yeah, and meanwhile everyone else is making shitloads, and you think, well, why isn't that me? And the reason it isn't you is because on the way down you should have like closed the trade in a small loss and then got to the bottom and then rode it back up. It's like having that discipline with yourself is like, that is really hard to learn. I must admit, that is something that I still struggle with, and I've been trading for about 4 years now. And
it's hard to manage your emotions, isn't it? It's definitely hard to manage your emotions. I'm the exact same.
Yeah.
And you do look at Bitcoin now, don't you? Especially say if we go to the 4-hour chart, if you go back to the start of March, we've had some great opportunities, haven't we? Like, on this ride up that we got here, to get in longs, and then either short or close out the longs and then get in another long, and then again short it or close it out, and then getting another long, and then same, and then obviously just short it, short, and then bounce it back up, and then short it again, and then bounce it back up. There's been so many good trades out there when you go back and look at it, and it's about taking advantage of them and being that lion ready to pounce. There's probably a good like up to 10 trades there where you could have comfortably got in, got out, and then smacked it the other way and just rode the trend back down, or just waited for the re-long or the re-short or whatever.
Yeah. Have we got any news about the oscillator bit of Stonksy?
I don't know where Dean's up to with that. I
So
don't know. I know it's been on the back burner while he's been doing all the bot stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know exactly where he's up to with it.
Because now I've been playing with that one of mine that I've been messing around with. I'm kind of thinking that's what I need to sort of try and identify bottoms and tops a bit easier. So
Yeah.
you want to see that overbought and oversold conditions, just to try and get those tops and bottoms. Because well, I suppose you could use Stonksy on the lower time frames for it, but it's more to do with, I don't know. Stonksy is good at the sort of trend reversals and stuff like that, isn't it? But those absolute bottoms and tops, that's what we need to find, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I suppose that's you're quite good with your levels and stuff. Looking for various opens from the month and all that sort of stuff. That's quite good. So I suppose that's where that comes in.
Yeah, I think it's just about, especially with this, you can be so itching. Like the itch to get in a trade here probably now is probably high in it, because it's literally doing nothing, and it's probably the worst thing that you could do, because unless obviously it's the bot trade, which is a lot better because you're riding whatever the bot is saying, but manually. Like, you're looking at this and you're like, we've got resistance here, we've got support down here. You literally are like roundabout in the middle, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna
like this is support, this is resistance. There's literally like, if you were to go, if you were to manually open a long here, you're just kind of hoping. If you manually to open a short, you're just kind of hoping. Like, better off waiting for price to come into an area of interest and then be the lion to pounce. I like that analogy. Save with crypto, the lion.
Well, that's what I want to be. At the moment, I'm a sort of, I'm like a, I don't know, like a bloody dog.
You're like a Jack Russell.
I just try to think of something that eats everything all the time.
A Labrador.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Just put something in front of them and just kill it and eat it.
Yeah. When really you want to be the lion ready to pounce.
That's it. Yeah, you sit there all week waiting for the opportunity, and then you eat your thing, and then you digest it for a week, and then do it again.
Yeah, I like that.
So the bot currently is it's actually still in the short. Actually, it's in the short from 84,836. Okay. So why is it in a short? It's a bit hard to tell now, because it used to just use the 1 hour Stonksy, and it doesn't anymore. It uses different things, doesn't it?
What's that?
Well, the bot at the moment is in a short from entry of 84,836, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a nice entry.
Yeah, so it's in profit at the moment.
Yeah.
But in the past, that used to coincide with the 1 hour Stonksy, and it doesn't anymore, does it? It uses a more complex strategy than that.
Yeah.
So what does it know that we don't?
To be fair, I actually do. I do favour that. I do favour, like I mentioned before at the start of the stream, this weekend, I do favour a drop. Kind of just come and take out all these lows here. Come and liquidate this. Maybe come into here or wherever, and then just full like turbo it back. Maybe like at some point over whenever this happens, if it happens, and then next week run it into 88, 89k is what I'm hoping for anyway. I do favour that than just a straight break to the upside. I do favour this kind of liquidation to the downside first, and then run it back up into next week. Over than just straight breaking up now. Yeah. Because to me, obviously, we've rejected off resistance here. we're having this slow bleed down. Doesn't look amazing, does it? So I'd rather it just rip the plaster off, just come on, drop it. And then I'll be looking to play the long then up, which would obviously coincide with Stonksy hitting a really nice short here.
Yeah. And to be honest, even that 12-hour moving average crossover thingy that I was talking about at the start of the stream, that would still work with that as well, because you could have a drop of that much and it would still be on course, because it's a 12-hour thing and it'd be moving slower. In which case you'd be looking at, I don't know, I guess that'd be crossing over sort of like mid next, no, probably about Monday actually. Monday or Tuesday, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe Monday's going to be interesting,
Probably. Yeah, I think it would be. I think given that we're closed today and stuff like that, Monday should be a nice volatile day, you would imagine.
Yeah.
Hope so, anyway. Hope so.
Trying to work out what the CME is all about today. CME is probably shut, isn't it?
Yeah.
So does that mean we got a CME gap from last night?
Let's see. Where did it close? Yeah, so it closed at 85,420, which again would be nice, wouldn't it? Like, imagine if we're down, around like 83k Sunday night. Say if we drop down this weekend and we're around the lows at 83k or something. It'd be nice to create that gap, and then that would provide a nice run up into the gap closure, and then hopefully momentum continues.
Yeah.
But yeah, 85,420 is the CME gap.
It's funny when it's those meme numbers like 420, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to be like a lion ready to pounce. That's going to be the best one.
You like that, did you?
Yeah, that was a good one. That I want to be a lion as well. Sometimes I've made mistakes, or sometimes I'm feeling like a lion and I just don't follow through with it, which is the worst, I think. Like with that Ergo short the other day. God damn, I'm still beating myself up over that. The thing dropped like 90%.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to follow through.
No, that's it. That's it. Is anyone even still watching this? We've still got 14 people apparently watching on YouTube. I struggle to believe that.
We'll be talking about following through on fart next, won't we?
Yeah, Altcoin following through. Is anyone actually still watching this? Let us know in the chat if you're still around. I think we might have a little early finish today, mate, as well. We are at 1 hour 45 minutes nearly that we've done. Yeah. I reckon we've probably got good basis to maybe have like a little 15-minute early dart on the stream, considering that there is literally nothing going on.
Yeah, because that'd be like a feature film, wouldn't it? Be like a Hollywood.
Oh, hang on. Oh, film. Look at Bitcoin going there.
Oh, is it? Awesome.
Oh, it's going down.
Is it?
Yeah, the bot trade must be coming in nice.
Let's have a look. So it says, what does it say? Well, it's only. What are you looking at?
What?
Oh yeah. Got you. Yeah, sorry. So I was still.
I think that maybe got room to make a really good trade. This bot trade, if we keep dropping like I'm thinking that we might do, it could catch a really nice downside move.
Okay.
And then you'll be sorry, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you'll be really sorry then.
All right.
You could have been a lion already pouncing, but you ran off instead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fully convinced that there's no one watching this live stream anymore. We've got no one putting anything in the chat, but it still says there's some people here, remarkably.
What you should do is do a poll and say, is anyone watching this stream?
Yeah. Let's
Like,
yeah.
there'd be just like one vote.
Oh.
Even Wiz is just probably.
I don't know where Wiz is anymore. I think Wiz
I
is
know
gone.
he's probably just. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we'll end it there, though. I think we'll end it there. I think everyone's already off enjoying the bank holiday, aren't they? So we're getting there's no one fresh coming in. But big thank you for those of you that have remarkably made it to the end of this stream. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, do make sure you drop a like. Have a great weekend. Be back Sunday evening as usual to cover the market and whatever has happened between now and then. And yeah, we'll obviously have Save with Crypto on with us then, and you know, forevermore. So enjoy your weekend anyway, mate. Enjoy it, and hopefully we can get you. Hopefully we can get you on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sorted next week. I don't know exactly how we get around it, but I'll go and try and have a fiddle to see if there's anything blocking. Maybe new people getting on it or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so for those left in the audience, what happened to the Bring a Friend Day?
I know, yeah. This was the prime day to do it as well, because all friends would have been off work.
Yeah.
Well, most people. Somehow we're still dropping viewers. We had 12 people in, and now we're down to 10, and no one's saying anything. So people are just leaving.
All right.
Right, mate. Well, take it easy, and I'll catch you Sunday night.
All right. See you.
Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.